Good morning, everyone. I hope you're well. Today is Thursday, and I've actually been procrastinating doing my grocery shopping. I usually do it earlier in the week, but I just kind of kept leaving it to the next day, and now it's already Thursday, so I really need to get out and get it over and done with. I'm gonna head to two grocery stores today. I'm gonna go to Dirk, and then I'm gonna go to Albert Heijn, and I'm gonna hop on my bike for Dirk as well. Anyway, I'm gonna brave the bad weather. I'm gonna head out. Hopefully I will talk to you later in the day when I'm back. I actually forgot to put plastic over my bike seat. Other people, they put like plastic over their bike seat, so if it rains, they can sit on a dry seat. I'll just brave the rain and hopefully I'll stay dry enough. That's it. I'm finally back from my second grocery shop. I guess I just wanted to have a chat with you guys and share my experience so far in the Netherlands, being under lockdown. Since we've arrived, the situation with COVID has deteriorated a lot, and that's been reflected in the different lockdown measures that have come into place. When we were here in October, for the first week, all the bars and restaurants were open and life was pretty much like normal. About a week and a half into our stay here, the partial lockdown came into place, and what that meant was bars and restaurants were going to close. In December, a full lockdown came into place where non-essential shops were closed. The situation didn't really get that much better, or not good enough to the point where the government felt comfortable with lifting it. So they extended the lockdown for another 3 weeks. On top of that, they also introduced a curfew between 9 p.m. and 4:30 a.m. So essentially, if you are out at night right now and you don't have a good reason to be outside at night between 9 and 4:30, then you can get issued a fine. In response to the curfew, there have been some riots recently.
The curfew and this crisis have become an excuse to take over the city streets, like here in Rotterdam. Outnumbered, police had to witness how shops were looted and destroyed. The same happened in a dozen other towns and cities across the country. The Netherlands has had a more relaxed approach in dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic compared to other countries, stressing the Dutch are too attached to their freedoms. But with infection still high and growing concern over new variants, their corona measures have now become among the strictest in the world. Influenced by conspiracy theories on social media, some groups have increasingly lashed out against government policies and attacked the media. Far-right politicians have been accused of fueling these sentiments.
It was quite shocking to see that, because in my mind, I think I had this stereotype of things being quite orderly in the Netherlands. It kind of made me think a lot about just like how different people handle stress and how this news has been handled very differently by different people. As an Australian, it's been really quite an adjustment coming to the Netherlands, dealing with COVID, dealing with the different attitude as well towards COVID. Just to give you some context, when we left Australia, I think we were only dealing with about 10 to 20 active COVID cases across the country. I'm not even talking about just Sydney. To go from that and then come to the Netherlands where we were dealing with initially 2,000, then 3,000, 5,000, then 10,000 active cases around the country was obviously quite stressful. It's hard to explain how different life is here compared to back home in Australia, where things are really quite relaxed and the situation is very much under control. And also, like I mentioned earlier, the attitude is a little bit different. In Australia, it's very rare to know someone who has caught COVID. So I think when you're in Australia and you see footage of things playing out in Europe or the US, it's so frightening. Like, the media makes it look so catastrophic and scary that I think when the government asks you to do something, generally speaking, everyone kind of complies with it. Everyone is very, very cognizant that things could very quickly get out of control. Whereas coming here, people maybe are more used to the fact that there's a lot of COVID cases around Europe and around the country. The attitude here has been way more relaxed than I think it would be if we had, say, 5,000 active cases in Australia. Like, if that was going to happen in Australia, everything would 100% be under lockdown and people would be freaking out. People would be happily staying at home. Anyway, I'm not criticizing anything about the Netherlands. I think, it's just different culture, different systems. For me, like, that was something that I needed to get used to, and that's why, like, every morning I've been meditating quite regularly. Meditation every morning has been so helpful for me because I can shut down all the kerfuffle and chaos and news that's happening around me and take those 10 to 15 minutes in the morning to build my emotional and mental resilience and use that as an anchor throughout my day, so that no matter what happens during the day, no matter what I hear in the news, I know that I can practice the techniques that I've been learning in the morning to calm myself and to get on with my day without feeling too overwhelmed by everything. The app that I've been using to meditate is Insight Timer. It's a free app. They do also have a paid premium version of it too, but I've just been using the free one. The teacher that I really like the most at the moment is Kate James. She's another Australian. I do prefer listening to an Australian accent because it's the most familiar to me. I'll link it down below if you're interested in the app, and I think it's a really good introduction to meditation if you don't want to pay money but you want to get a feel for what meditation can be like. We are living in such a crazy time right now, and I consider myself to be quite an emotionally and mentally resilient person, but it takes hard work to be okay with everything that's going on, and 2021 is going to be a really full-on year, unfortunately, right? Like, I think all of us deep inside were hoping that 2021 was going to be this magic year that would solve everything and COVID would be out the window, but that's not going to happen. Even with the vaccine, it's going to be many, many years before life goes back to how we remembered it to be. So I think the time to take care of your mental health needs to start now. If you haven't really already gotten onto it, then get onto it, because it's the biggest gift that you can give yourself. Anyway, I've talked enough now. I think I've just been rambling on and on about my thoughts, but yeah, that's just like the reality of the situation. It's lunchtime. Best time in the day. Am I right? Oh, this just like makes me so hungry looking at this. So I've got some leftover fried rice from yesterday. It's just tofu and vegan chicken, which tastes even better than real chicken, honestly. And in here, I've got this little sandwich thing that I've made. So what I've actually put in here is some spinach, herring, and onion. I do apologize to any Dutch viewers who are watching this right now. I don't think this is a traditional way of eating herring. I love herring so much that I'm happy to eat it in any way, shape, or form. Cooked, raw, in a sandwich on its own. I call this a second date lunch. It's not a first date meal, if that makes sense. It's a pretty smelly meal. I've got fish and kimchi, but I love that stuff. I love fermented food. So yeah, I'm gonna get into it. Good morning, everyone. It's the next day now, and I'm sitting on the floor because I'm charging my phone. And the reason why I'm charging my phone is because I'm about to head out and get another Too Good To Go order. This order is a little bit special. It's different to what I usually get via the app. I decided to get this for my husband to celebrate our 8-year dating anniversary, which is coming up this Monday. We're both not very into buying each other things. We have everything that we could need, and we both consciously are trying to reduce the number of things that we buy. This kind of fits the brief for living more consciously and living a more minimalist life, I suppose. I'm gonna keep it a surprise, take you along, and I will show you what I get when I pick it up. Fingers crossed it goes well.
Find my way. So when I fall behind, just give me one more day to regret the word I could never say. I'm drowning with the past, ocean of yesterday.
I haven't really had a proper look at it yet because I just want to get home. Wish me the best of luck as I bring this home. I feel like this is a very fragile thing to put in a bike basket. Bloody well hope that I can bring these flowers and plants back home safely and all in one piece. How beautiful is it here though? I just wanted to stop and show you. It's very empty here at the moment. As you can see, this is the Riots, usually very busy, big tourist location, and I also passed by Dam Square earlier as well, and it was completely empty. All the shops are closed, so there's really no reason to come by here at all. How cool is this? They're plants. I'm whispering because my husband hasn't even seen this yet. I kind of want to surprise him when he finishes work tonight, but he's absolutely gonna love this. So the guy at the shop said that these are all outdoor plants, the small ones, and then the two big ones are indoor plants. So I hope my husband really likes the plant pickup that I made today. He actually really likes plants. I was so surprised to see this flower shop on the app, because as you know, Too Good To Go is usually food related. So when I saw this, I thought, yeah, that seems really interesting, and it was a really good price. It was only €5 for all these plants, and hopefully with the right care, we'll be able to enjoy these for many years to come, hopefully. Let's see how it goes. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing just like what daily life is like. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. I love hearing from all my viewers and getting messages and comments. It really brightens up my day, especially during lockdown when I can't really go out and meet people. So please don't feel shy. Say hi if you're new here or if you're a regular viewer. Hope you're staying safe and healthy wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Melody, just need to find my way. So when I fall behind,